Hello and welcome to another modelling video. This is Alan from the Makona Man at YouTube with another event review. During my late 2025 Japan trip, found out that the Osaka Japan Festival was occurring during my stay in the area via a poster and hobby shop. Hosted in the Osaka INTEX exhibition centre near the ferries, with a moderate turnout, no line, and a reasonable fee for a tote bag and ticket. I didn't know what to expect and found it to be an intermediate size event and venue. The hall was filled with 75% hobby-related corporate stands and booths, a wrestling show, some selling exclusive merch, mostly advertising new tooling and products for demonstrations, a couple of event stages with scheduled events including tutorials, leaders from the hobby and experts, YouTubers doing demonstrations, some of them hobby-level celebrities, and the JSDF with a display. More on that later. I may be misunderstanding these events or projecting, but felt that there was a lack of community input and collaboration contribution unless it's purely a corporate thing such as a competition or display of home-built models. There was some activities and interaction, but most of it was retail related. Heading from registration to the main hall, starting at the left and working our way across, one of the two big areas was Bandai. The majority of the front was uncovered tables and a long line for the opportunity to buy exclusives and event specials. Nothing really that spectacular product-wise. The heart of it had a row of glass cabinets awkwardly lit up with new and existing products, including some new releases. Most I have recognised and seen or recolours. With a signature large 112 Gundam, the rest of the area was a standard make and take workshop giving out the later caravan version of the RX-78. You need to organise and book a session and line up to do it. Such a workshop I've run before in Australia with the same kit. Further down is the Tamiya area, distinctive with its colour theming, banners and logos plastered everywhere. With uniformed staff, it's sectioned out to the various departments that the corporation hosts. My favourite, tool and paints, with a large TV and demonstration of the airbrushes and equipment where you're free to use and paint a little book. There's enough staff to answer questions and teach you how to use what to buy. It was amusing to see a legacy set up for sale with a rubber hose. A wall with sample plastic kits of new and future releases with the tooling and runners laid out and promotional material. Retail area with exclusives, guides on how to use various products, tutorial examples, and a little pit for RC, mechanical and slot car mechanisms. It was easily the most interesting and interactive area, with a very large crowd. As per the meme, the former Titan Hasegawa is pretty much hashing out the same old with a few really cool new toolings. The motorcycle Grom and Macross stuff is very tempting, and honestly as a brand I still like them quite a bit, especially going old school with the resin figurines. The manufacturers will be leaving Shizuoka soon and heading smaller and more niche as the video goes on. Moving along are smaller manufacturers and displays. Next is Kotobukiya with some great mecha kits and 112 anime articulated build figures. They stood out by having a table where you could play with the models. A great advantage of the event is getting inside the box and looking at the models finished, the runners, the specs, and even having access to ask questions of the staff and developers if you have mastery of the Japanese language. Fine molds is one of my favourite models to appreciate and some that I would love to build. None of these particularly tickle my fancy, but they're absolutely stunning. From a tooling product standpoint to a finished display model, got to build some of my tanks. Aoshima, an interesting brand, famous for detail and car motorcycle models for enthusiasts. Visually stunning, but the build can be a second thought and very difficult. Niche and for dedicated hobbyists. They have jumped on the popular 1/12 anime bandwagon, but going into the furry circles with the articulated kemopla. They know what they're doing. I honestly really want one, but they're sold out and can't be found. There's a few more very cool offerings that are starting to get popular in mecha, trains, and niche subjects from Wave to F-Toys and other micro manufacturers. The last on the plamo front, and personally what I'm most excited about, paints and tools. Mr. Hobby, they are going harder on lascivious skin tones in the more extremes of darker and lighter tones. Some brand deal, limited edition and exclusive colours. Airtx showing its whole range in a new brush. Lastly, Godhads with nothing I've never seen before, with a demonstration of a high-sing water curtain extractor booth which is being seen everywhere. Toys followed by scale model kits is one of Japan's biggest hobby export, but not the sole manufacturing presence in the market, and these other subjects are included in showcased first ball jointed dolls. Besides Volks and A-Zone, I don't know a lot about sculpts or what's offered, but it's visually interesting. Model railway is another factor, and they had a few layouts throughout the hall going around. I also can't comment too much on it. A whole section was also dedicated to RC. It didn't seem too popular, and most of it was liquidating or selling stuff. It was quiet and interesting. Well, to me at least. I guess it's the wrong event. One of the massive draw cards was the appearance of the JSDF, the Japanese Military Self-Defense Ground Forces. They had a consulting and recruitment centre where people were actually physically signing up. I've seen military intelligence and communication set up at anime cons and events in my country, but normally not interacted with. Bunch of personnel in various uniforms with some interesting shoulder bands and a few interactive bits like clothing for children to try on, photo op, and a merch table with bits and bobs. I bought a pair of socks. The two main vehicles on display was the Type 16 combat vehicle and a Type 87 reconnaissance vehicle, which I sat on and knew what they were doing. It was great to be close and personal, took in photos of exhaust build-up and the dirty tyres for referencing and weathering. The markings seem to be stenciled on, which is pretty neat. And that concludes the video and the event. To sum it up, it was a little underwhelming and small compared to other Japanese hobby events I've attended. I would not travel to Japan especially just to attend this. Wonder Festival, Joint Fest, and the bigger ones are far more larger, specialized, and intense. To address a concern some may have, it is condition of entry and the event that you can take photographs of areas and booths unless advised not to, but they ruled out the filming, which I was unsure why. Maybe exclusivity of the other YouTubers and news outlets or some of the talks and presentations. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time, stay tuned for further content, and we'll catch you guys next time. See you later.